Previously on the Sorcerer.
More, don't mind that. What the what? I'm joining Smash Bros. What the what?
He joined Smash Bros.
YouTube intros, am I right? So hi everyone, I'm the Sorcerer. Welcome back to the Sorcerer YouTube channel. That's not something I've said all year. So that's great. Let's go. The day this goes up, and hopefully the day y'all all are watching it because y'all should watch it. Today marks the date of April 15th. And this day is pretty big on my YouTube channel as today, 5 years ago, I made my first ever video. And before we continue, to commemorate, to reminisce on the past, to a time long gone, let us watch some moments from the first video. And to make you guys suffer, cry, make it worse and all, let's play, I'll put Memory from Undertale over that. That should do the trick.
First YouTube video ever. Take one. Hello! Hi! How are you? I'm good. I'm new to YouTube. I'm GCrow4. Me! Yes, me! Me! I'm a noob. I'm a noob. I don't know how YouTube works, how you make videos or anything. Don't know at all. So, what we're going to do on this channel, Minecraft, obviously. I'm addicted to the game. Pokemon, we'll do Legend of Zelda, because I love the game. Love it, it's just fun. And I will become a trombone expert professor, because I play the trombone. And yeah, I'm going to do those videos and make movies with my little Pika friends. Make sure you subscribe. Bye! First take. Crap, wow.
I hope you cried. Or cringed. Either or works. Or both. 5 years on YouTube. Pretty big deal. Well, I wanted to do something to celebrate this anniversary, if you will. That felt like straight out of How to Fix Broken Headphones. Whoa, that's a flashback. So for this anniversary, I wanted to do something amazing, something grand. And what better thing to do than what I do best? Smash Bros kits. But I know some of you are probably like, well, who do you do? Well, me. That's right. I'm joining Smash today. I know it may seem a little bit egotistical, maybe, to put myself in Smash Bros, but, given how this is consistently the best doing series on my channel with, as I would about to say, probably over 1,000 views, or at least close to it across all 4 Smash Bros, or 5 Smash Bros kits I've made up to this point. Not only that, but being one of the most fun series I've ever done, and a great way to celebrate 5 years, I think this is a pretty good way to do it, myself and Smash Bros. Like, what else would we do? I don't know. That's where the fun comes in. So that said, let me ask this, very awkward question to ask. This has been a very awkward video to record. Not because it's been bad, it's just, this is about me. So, that said, let's ask the question, what if I, the Sorcerer, join Smash Bros? When it comes to the philosophy of this kit, it's gonna be the exact same that I used for Nateboarding back to when I made that kit. To save me time from talking here, because I have to do a little bit of it, and because I'm a little bit lazy, let's just play the clip. So we're going to take parts of who he is as a person and combine them with the games that he's played. Well, now y'all are probably all wondering what games that I'm going to be using for this kit. Well, I've narrowed it down to 3. The reason I've done this is because with the Nateboarding one, I still think I could have referenced more of the games than what I did. So to save me from having that situation again, I just chose 3 of my favorite games that I've played or that I would really like to play, but because of the frickin' Nintendo Switch Online system that I'm not going to pay that much money for games I don't technically own, I've narrowed it down to these 3 options. These 3, hold your horses, because it's even more wild than the Nateboarding one is... let me move out of the way a bit. Miitopia? Yeah, the Me RPG game. Undertale. And, wow, I wonder what the 3rd one's gonna be. Oh, that's right. Kingdom Hearts! You know, that's the one I'd like to play. Once again, I know this is an oddball, picks because we got, Miitopia, a Me RPG game, Undertale. I'm not even gonna go into that, and Kingdom Hearts, God, we don't even have time for that one. But I think this feels right, Miitopia and Undertale are 2 of my favorite games I've ever played. I love them, and Kingdom Hearts is a game I would want to play, but I mean, I could play like 2, maybe 3 games on the 3DS. And I haven't bought them yet, so we'll get to that. Hopefully, maybe, one day. We'll find out. This feels like it best represents what I want to do with my Smash Bros. Kit. But one more note. There is a specific weapon I'll be using, because if it shouldn't come as a surprise, given the nature of these 3 games or stuff like that, I will be a sword fighter. Because I also main sword fighters in Smash Bros. That kind of just makes sense. So what weapon will I be using? Will that be none other than the titular Keyblade? Is that the right word? I'm not sure. We'll just assume it is and go with that in the video. Cool. One more note before we get into kind of the details of this kit. I will refer to myself in the first person when talking about the moves. I'll say this is my move, this is my move. That may get weird for me talking and you listening, but you feel weird calling me by my name as well. So we'll just go with that. With that said, we can finally move on to the kit. Jeez, let's go. I'll be a lightweight character, maybe a little bit of the heavier side, closer to a middleweight character. And I'll be a decently fast character. Not nearly anything like what we've seen before with Ventus and Roxas and Nateboarding, but more on the line of how Guy was fast, probably below them, if you know what I'm saying. I will have 2 jumps, and I will also have the additional ability to crawl. So with that said, just because, I'm in Mario mindset right now for whatever reason, let's go! That was stupid.
I can have a 3-hit jab. It starts with the cross slash, and then finishes with me projecting myself forward with the Keyblade. This can slightly move me forward. The dash attack has me run forward and then fall on my face. While it can't be used in the air and has a lot of end lag, as you know I have to get back up, this will be a very powerful attack. And if anyone's asking, why is this here? Just, let's go back to that one Nateboarding video. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. The forward tilt will have me stab my trombone forward at an angle. I became a trombone expert, like I said, except not in the way y'all thought I would. The up tilt will be similar to Sora's, as I will spin my Keyblade upward, but instead it will be at an angle. It will do multiple hits of damage like Sora's. And for my down tilt, I'll have the same one that I gave Guy, just with the Keyblade. The neutral air will have me once again use my trombone. I'll blast it right in front of me. The sound from the trombone will be what does the damage. The forward air will have me swing my Keyblade directly in front of me. The back air will have me backhand the Keyblade, backwards, similar to how Ventus holds his Keyblade. My up air will be an overhead swing of the Keyblade. The down air will be me riding a cardboard box straight to the ground. The side smash will start with me charging the Keyblade. After unleashing the attack, a bolt of lightning will shoot from the sky. The longer you charge it for, the more bolts of lightning will summon. I would like to add a note that this move is specifically inspired by one of Azrael's abilities in his boss fight in Undertale, so you will actually be able to see where the lightning is going to strike before it does. The up smash will once again charge, then upon unleashing, a pillar of fire shoots out from the Keyblade. The longer you charge, the taller the pillar will be, and the down smash will have me charge and then smack the Keyblade into the ground. Upon doing this, 2 explosions hit from either side. The longer you charge this attack for, the bigger the explosions will be. All these attacks have a few references built into them, but the primary reference is to spells learned by the mage class in Miitopia. The grab and pummel are going to be the standard swordsman ones, specifically like Sora's. For the forward throw, it will have me shoot a fireball to launch the foe. This was actually going to be the weakest throw of them all. The back throw will be the same as Sora's, even with how strong it is. For the up throw, it will have bones come up from the ground and launch the foes into the air. These bones are reminiscent of what Sans and Papyrus can do in their boss fights in Undertale. And for the down throw, it will actually have me be completely shocked as one of Mettaton EX's sexy legs come out of nowhere and bury the foe. For the get up, I'll have a bone or spear appear from either side of me and shoot up. This references Sans and Papyrus again, but also can reference Undyne, another amazing Undertale character. And for the ledge get up, I'll stab my trombone slide forward. This can trip foes, by the way. And now we can move on to the specials. For these, I decided to only use Kingdom Hearts and Undertale as my main sources. This was mostly done because of the smash attacks earlier, and those being based off Miitopia, you get it. For my neutral special, it will be an ability used by Azrael in his Undertale boss fight called Star Blazing. This attack has 3 different variations. By simply tapping the B button, it will have me shoot out 3 stars from my Keyblade. These will be fast moving, but they do low damage. They also can be semi-spammed. By holding the V button a little bit, I will shoot out 2 slightly larger stars. They do more damage, but aren't as fast or spammable. And by holding B for quite some time, about the same as when you hold the Sephiroth neutral B to its full length, I will shoot out 1 huge star. This star is very slow and isn't spammable at all. However, it does lots of damage. And one more thing about this star. Once the hugest one, the final one, hits anything, it will split off into multiple stars with the exact same mechanics as the first form. So once the huge star hits something, multiple stars shoot out like how the first version does it. For my side special, I'll use one of Sora's abilities while in limit form in Kingdom Hearts 2, 0.5 Final Mix, Last Arcanum. This will have me do a flurry of attacks, about 13 attacks in total. Does this sound familiar? Well, that's because it's basically just another version of the up special I gave to Vin. Unlike Vin's, however, mine will be able to be cancelled whenever you so please. So you could do half the attack and then cut it off. And for my up special, it will be a teleport just like how I did with Napoli. It will be called Save Point, based on the save points in Undertale and my excessive need to save in games. I will throw a save point and teleport wherever it lands. However, after 3 seconds, the save point will stop wherever it is and I'll still teleport there, even if it's midair. It will put me into freefall if I teleport in the air. Now, before we get to the down special, I need to change sets. So, here we go.
Bet you didn't expect that, did you? For my down special, it will be the ability I'm going to call Keyblade Change. And yes, it is about as complicated as Guys. Probably not as lengthy, though. Now, I bet you're probably wondering, what do I mean by change? Well, in Kingdom Hearts, you have these things called keychains. By attaching them to your Keyblade, it will actually change the stats and appearances of the Keyblade. That's why in the Keyblade rankings, it's like when I rank that section called Sora's Keyblades, those are all the Keyblades Sora can use by attaching those keychains to Kingdom Key. It's simple as that, and that applies to other games too. Like you can do the same to Ventus or stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. And because of those 2 Keyblade rankings, there will be more, and the excessive amount of Keyblades I own, I thought this was a perfect ability to be put into Smash Brothers. Now, before we start talking about how the special works and everything, I kind of want to do a big reveal on what Keyblade I'm using as my default. Most people are probably expecting Kingdom Key and all that stuff. However, my default Keyblade shall be Starseeker. So, you're probably like, Starseeker? That seems like a very weird, oddball choice. Well, I chose this because it's, you know, kind of my channel aesthetic now. It's based off the, you know, profile and soon to be channel banner. Anyway, we're getting into nitty-gritty details there. So, yeah, this is my default Keyblade. And now, let me explain more on how this special works. By using down B, a screen will appear above my head with different keychains in it. By selecting one of the keychains, Starseeker will become that Keyblade. There's more to it though. Just like Shulk's neutral special, this will have a cooldown mechanic and a time limit. Though also like Shulk's neutral special, it will buff for different things. No debuffs though. So, pretty powerful. So let's get right into this, obviously with Starseeker. So Starseeker is the default Keyblade, so it actually won't buff anything. It will keep everything in a neutral state. However, on the flip side to this, it will also always be usable and will be the default Keyblade you go to once you lose another one. So yeah, here's Starseeker. Yeah. Pretty cool, right? Let's move on to the next Keyblade, which will have you saying, "You've got a friend in me." That being Favorite Deputy, the Toy Story Keyblade. Man, this is an old one. I built this back in 2021. This is one of my favorite Keyblades of all time, so why not make an appearance here? And I know it's like, well, no, Disney and Smash Bros. I don't care. I'm not getting in Smash Bros. Anyway, so we might as well go full out with this. Favorite Deputy will buff the basic attack section, and just to make this all cohesive, that being the jab, dash, and the tilts. So, yeah, pretty cool, right? The next Keyblade is actually going to be one that Roxas uses, that being... That's right. It's an Oathkeeper. Pretty cool Keyblade, am I right? Oathkeeper is a freaking amazing Keyblade, so we gotta put it here. And also looks just really nice above my bed. Hopefully Oblivion will get there one day. I don't know. I'm getting sidetracked though. So this Keyblade is very, you know, aerial looking. So I thought this will buff the aerial attacks. Those, you know, meaning all the airs, stuff like that. Yeah, pretty simple, right? Cool. The next Keyblade will make you say, "I see the light." That being, that's right, it is the Tangled Keyblade, Ever After. This is a cool Keyblade. So, it's here. Now, because the smash attacks are all based off of magic, I thought this would be best to buff the smash attacks. It doesn't look like it, but it's also a magic Keyblade, so that, you know, makes sense. Before I bring up any other Keyblades though, I want to make note that the other move section, being the pummel, throw, and get-ups, won't have a buff. I don't see the need to have them. With that said, let's go back to square root, the base number one. You know, I don't know what I'm saying here. You know what Keyblade I'm talking about. That's right. It's the Kingdom Key. I know this doesn't make sense in Smash because, you know, Sora already uses it, and, you know, this being buff and what it does also doesn't make sense, but suspend your disbelief. Cool. This Keyblade will buff the specials and the final smash. Again, I know that doesn't make any sense, but shush. And now we have to move on to the most complicated Keyblade change, but also one of the coolest Keyblades ever. Y'all already know what this is gonna be, probably. 2 become 1. Why wouldn't this appear in my Smash Bros. Kit? I literally lost my crap over this one in that video. It's so freaking amazing. 2 become 1 is going to be the most insane buff of every Keyblade as well. You're probably wondering why. Well, with the exception of the other move section, this will buff every single move. I'm not joking, every move from the tilts, the smashes, the aerials, jab, dash, specials, final smash, all of it gets buffed by this Keyblade. However, there is a severe penalty to this we'll talk about in a moment. Quickly, let's resummon my default. Alright, cool. Sora. All Keyblades except Starseeker and 2 Become 1 last for 20 seconds. Then they'll have a 15-second cooldown period. Starseeker, as previously mentioned, doesn't have a time limit or a cooldown because it's the default. And for 2 Become 1, it will actually last for 25 seconds. Again, attributing to his power. On the flip side, it will have a 45-second cooldown because otherwise it's really broken. Also, the Kingdom Key, which just happens to be on my wall over here, can reduce the cooldowns for this by 1/3. It buffs special, so it should buff this special too. And now, with all that said and done, Starseeker in hand, let's move on to the final smash. My final smash was definitely a challenge, but I think I pulled something pretty cool off. To somewhat mimic what I did with Nateboarding, I'm going to use a song as the name and semi-inspiration for the attack. And for this, I'm going to use my favorite song, which just so happens to be a song that was made by Markiplier. Yeah. This final smash will be called The Last Goodbye. This will be a non-cinematic final smash. It will have me charge around the entire stage with all my Keyblades seen in the kit. I will be holding the one that I was last using before getting the final smash, but all the other ones will travel along with me. And while doing this, you can control me, angling me wherever you so please. However, after you press the B button, I will go to the very back of the stage, like what I did with Nateboarding or Bowser's. And with the power of all my Keyblades, will fire multiple shots of light across the stage, taking inspiration from one of the abilities in Kingdom Hearts called Infinity, or Ragnarok, one of the two. If you are KO'd by this final smash, then I guess you could say this was your last goodbye. Now we come to the extra stuff for this kit. The stage entrance will have me awkwardly walk onto the stage, just like I did in the Nateboarding song video. For my taunts, I'm actually just gonna play clips of them because I can do that. Let's go! And now we come to the alts. For this, I've decided to have 12 alts instead of the usual 8, mostly because this is an anniversary. If you have a problem with it, I don't care. It's my time to shine, alright? They'll also all be different costumes, so there's a lot of variety here. Another note is, while I may or may not mention it while talking about each clip, I do want to say that my hair will either be up or down depending on which outfit it is, whether it's accurate to its source or the time zone. For some outfits, because they're of an older outfit, I'll have my hair up to represent shorter hair, despite having long hair. I will also say one more thing. The first 9 outfits are actual outfits I've worn, while outfits 10, 11, and 12 are made up. So with that said, here we go. The first alt will be the outfit that was actually seen in this very video,
with the pink hoodie around the waist, the mushroom shirt, blue jeans, gray shoes. You get the whole idea. This outfit was also seen in What Your Favorite Skateboarding Song Says About You and What If Skateboarding Joined Smash Bros. The second will serve as an homage to the G-Curl 4 era of my channel, to kind of be a reflection of it, with a green hoodie kind of look, kind of bunching a bunch of outfits into one there, and the shirt that was actually in my first video, though you won't be able to see it that well. The third will reference the first Ace Sorcerer design that I made a long time ago, almost 3 years ago. No, 3 years ago in October. It's going to be a little bit more stylized to make it not nearly as dull. The fourth will be a cool pop, I guess. I really don't know how to describe it. 80s? Something version of the outfit I wore in my most popular video, What If Larry Boy Joined Smash Bros. This will have things such as armbands around my wrists, or wristbands I guess, a chain around my waist. You get the whole gist. Next will be the Organization 13 cloak, which was the outfit I wore in What If Roxas Joined Smash Bros. And I believe one of the Mii Fighter tournaments. Don't quote me on that though. Next will be the outfit seen in What If Guy/Gokai Silver Joined Smash Bros. One of my cringiest outfits ever in the best way possible, and also my second most viewed video. That caught me really off guard. For my seventh alt, it will be something that is seen in many videos and something I wear even when I'm not being shown during editing phase and stuff. That being pajamas. And yes, there are sand slippers because why not? The eighth will be a crappy Spider-Man cosplay, based on the infamous scene of me crying in a bathtub dressed in a Spider-Man suit. God, that's a scene. That's something. The ninth alt can reference the outfit I wore while at one of our contests during our marching band season. I promised a bunch of people this would be in the kit, so it made its way here. Held my promise. Boom. I wonder if anyone remembers that. The 10th alt will be the outfit I wore while playing Pokemon Violet, my current favorite Pokemon game, despite all of its glitches. We had to throw Pokemon in here somewhere. The 11th will be a hoodie design based off of the forever dead YouTube channel Unisonis. I drew myself in it a lot during 2020, so I think this makes sense, and also quoted it a lot in 2020. And the final will be a special one that's based off the outfits seen in Kingdom Hearts 3. The series logo will be the new channel logo I made recently, which is based off Starseeker, hence why that's my default. And finally, we can do my victories. To start, I can charge towards the screen before hitting it and falling to the ground. The second can have me simply just fall on my bed and fake going to sleep. And to finish it off, I can have a victory based on my YouTube outro. And that does it for What If I, the Ace Sorcerer, joined Smash Bros. Let me get a little bit closer here. I don't really have a lot to say. This has been a wild 5 years of making content. I know I haven't even hit 100 videos yet, but you know, with the ways looking at it, maybe by the end of the year, who knows? But yeah, this is pretty cool. 5 years on YouTube. Where do we start? Where are we now? It's kind of crazy. So I just wanted to say thank y'all for everyone who joined. Whether you just joined a couple weeks ago or have been here since day one, thank you. Yeah, this is it's. I just thought this was a cool way to celebrate 5 years on YouTube, doing one of my favorite video styles, which is Smash Bros. Kits, along for myself. I don't know, it's fun. I got to explore in depth with my Keyblade skills and stuff like that. All right, anyway, yeah, thank y'all for watching. Not just this video, but all of them. It makes me happy. And this is gonna be awkward now. I gotta do the typical YouTuber stuff. Thank y'all for watching this video. If you enjoyed, like, comment, subscribe, notifications, you know the drill. And as always, I hope to see you all in the next video.
Bye-bye!